Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Remember, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with your hockey coach, Guru Coach Frenchy. Today, episode number 89. We're going to talk about some candidate players and recession for upcoming season. Then, we're going to talk about the shiny new toy deal in NHL. We'll continue talking about the HLINKA-GRETZKY Cup and finally some NHL news around the league. So don't go nowhere. You know the drill. Yes, you know. Please click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Show. Below this video, leave me a comment about the episode number 89. So let's dive in talking about our first subject of the day, and it's about the candidate to recession and season 2022-2023 for the Montreal Canadiens. The first one I want to talk about, guys, is Mike Madison. Hey, he's just a new player. He got traded for Jeff Petrie. Already make him look bad. Listen, first of all, he's going to get opportunities with the Montreal Canadiens. He's going to be on the top 4 players like he did with the Pittsburgh. Sometimes he's going to be on the second pairing. Sometimes he's going to be on the first pairing. So that his TOI 5 versus 5 is going to increasing with the Montreal Canadiens. But here's what happening for him. His power play time last season with the Pittsburgh was 43 seconds. He was playing on the second unit and he have only 2 power play points during this time. So with the Montreal Canadiens, I don't see him increasing his time more point with the Montreal Canadiens. Secondly, the special team of the Montreal Canadiens is not great. They finished number 31 of the 32 team on power play. Yes, more time on the ice, but if the team continues to struggle on power play, I don't see more point for Madison. He, of course, reached his good. Of course, he reached his best season in hockey with 11 goals. So I don't see him repeat the same way with the Montreal Canadiens. I see a little bit lower at 10 goals and a little bit lower at 31 points during the upcoming season for the Montreal Canadiens. The next player I want to talk about, guys, is Chris Whiteman, the right defenseman, 32 years old. Last season, he played his best year in NHL with the most points with 27. He's always been below 20 during his career in NHL. Plus, he got 12 points and power play. That's his highest he never had with the Montreal Canadiens. Why? Because Montreal struggled at the beginning of the year. He took advantage of the Jeff Petrie during the year, and he got more TOI. I don't see this going to repeat for him for the upcoming year. I don't see him to have the same kind of TOI average. Secondly, he turned 32 years old. Thirdly, Montreal developed. They have a lot of new players, defensemen. Jordan Harris, Justin Barron. Right there, 2 of them is going to have more TOI on their power play. Thirdly, we can add Mike Madison. So the TOI of Chris Whiteman is going to drop for the upcoming season. I think for me, it's one reason why I don't see him to repeat what he accomplished for the Montreal Canadiens. So it's going to be a recession for Chris Whiteman. Let's finish for the third players candidate for the Montreal Canadiens. And I'm talking about Rem Pitlick because, first of all, he got a percentage of 17.7% of shooting. He have a goal. This is the highest for the Montreal Canadiens for any regular forward players. Secondly, he's not going to repeat this. Then he have over 17 minutes as a TOI. He took advantage of injuries last season. He took advantage where the Montreal struggled with the top 6. That's going to happening this season with the Montreal Canadiens. I see him more as the bottom 6. Now, he took advantage of 26 points with the Montreal Canadiens and 46 games, where I don't see it's going to happening this year. Less TOI, play on the bottom 6. It could be more like a third or more like a fourth line. So honestly, he's not going to reach those kind of numbers with the Montreal Canadiens whatsoever. if he can score 10 to 15 goals for the Montreal Canadiens, for me, it's going to be a great year. But see him repeatedly, what he did with the Montreal Canadiens, I don't see that. So that's conclude, guys, the 3 players candidate to recession in 2022-2023. Let's dive in now for the next subject of the day. So I want to talk to you guys about the shiny new toy deal in NHL. I know it's not only about the Montreal Canadiens, but I want to share this because I think the general manager in hockey make a big mistake. And I want to, as a fan, to understand what is a shiny new toy deal. First of all, is a team acquire new players by a trade. So that's how this works. And if one he make a trade for this players, he get automatically an extension for the players. Now for the general manager, it look great. Press conference, hype, elite players, new deal, fan excited, everybody is get positive about this, but this is a short term. A long term or a middle term, that's hurt most of the time and they are not successful in NHL. Here, why I'm talking about. Zed Jones, last season, big trade Columbus, Chicago Blackhawks. 1 year later, bad contract. Chicago rebuild. Chicago since never been the same team anymore. And that's, you have to be careful. Jeff Skinner, big trade Carolina to Buffalo. Score over 40 goals. Get a contract over $9 million. Never been the same players after that. Erik Karlsson, big trade San Jose and Ottawa. Big contract over $11 million. Never be the same players after that. Jacob Trouba, Winnipeg Rangers. Trade to the Rangers. Get a big contract, $8 million. Never been the same players anymore. Josh Anderson, trade for Max Domi. Big contract, 7 years at $5.5 million. Barely score over 20 goals per year. Never been the same. Montreal, Jonathan Drouin versus Sergachev. Jonathan Drouin got a contract. Never reached the same level after that. Justin Falk, Carolina to St. Louis Blues. Get an extension by the Blues. Never delivery expectation by the Blues. Jordan Staal, 2012, got a contract of 10 years after he got traded by the Pittsburgh to the Carolina. He completed his 10 years at $6 million. Never reached full 10 years with his expectation by the Carolina Hurricane. Jason Spencer, 2014, got traded Ottawa to Dallas. Never been the same players in Dallas star a long term. Finally, Corey Schneider, traded by the Vancouver Canucks for the first round pick, signed an extension. This was one of the worst trades after that for his extension. Yes, I forgot some others. My point today, I said to you guys, when you have a deal, a trade at the high level, super elite players, after they have a great year, 2 good seasons, when they get that extension, 95% of the time does not work. Now, my red flag to you said, what happened with Matthew Tkachuk? And last night, Jonathan Huberdeau just got an extension, 8 years. Usually, it looked good in front of the camera. It looked good maybe for 1 or 2 years. But then after that, they drop. I don't know if this is what happened to Huberdeau. But not many contracts after they got traded, get an extension, works. This maybe general manager should pay attention to what I just said. Let's move on, guys, for the next news of the day. And finally, we are on the semifinal of the HLINKA-GRETZKY Cup 2022. He's going to play today. It's going to have the both final. One start at 5 o'clock Central Time and 8 o'clock Central Time. Sweden play against Finland and Canada play against Czechia. And finally, let's finish this episode 89 talking about the NHL news today. Here we go. The first news is talking about Mario Ferreira. San Jose Sharks signed a 4-year contract at $3.25 million AAV for a total of $13 million. The 23 years old have a great year for the San Jose Sharks. Become a top best 3 defenseman for them. Play many times on the first pairing. For me, it's a great contract, almost like a bridge contract until he become a UFA. So I think both parties are really happy about this signature. The next one happening late last night, guys, is, yes, Jonathan Huberdeau got an extension contract of 8 years at $10.5 million for a total of $84 million. Last year in the 80 game, we have 115 points, finished with a 30 goal and 85 assists. This became a record in NHL, was maybe the best left winger in NHL overall. Look, this is going to put him for 9 years with the Calgary Flame. We know he was involved with a trade with the Florida Panthers versus the Calgary Flame, Matthews Tkachuk. Yes, some will be complaining about this. Oh, that's too much money. He's going to be almost 39 years old at the end of this deal. Some of them, look, at 35, 36, 37, they're still performing. I don't think he's going to get another year of 100 points at that age. But I think this contract could be really great for the first 5 years and then go a little bit lower. But overall, I believe this is a good deal for both parties. And now Calgary Flame are ready to rock and roll with you. Let's move on for the last news of the day. I'm talking about the New Jersey Devils signed Mike Wood, the 26 years old. Unfortunately, did not have a great year. He got hurt. He only played 3 games with the Devils. He signed a 1-year contract at $3.2 million. Going to become a UFA next season. You have to prove to the Devils he can do for them, and after that, see if he stay around with the team. But look, we'll see if Mike Wood can come back and bounce back for the upcoming year. Here we go, guys. This completes the episode number 89 of the Habs Daily News with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. Hopefully you enjoy it. But before we leave, we invite you, don't forget to click on the likes, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and finally, please leave me a comment below this video. I promise you I'm going to reply to your comments. Until the next time, my friend, remember, you have greatness inside of you. Have an amazing, blessing day, everybody.